What are the panel's thoughts on Pat Sajak retiring?
I
am agnostic on this issue. I think Biden should take a hint.
Okay, so Bill Maher says some things that are right, then he'll turn around and spew some long debunked crap that he should know better about, then he'll say something right again. We're on the Bill Maher says something right portion of his story arc to becoming a Republican.
My ass.
Last night, Bill Maher absolutely destroyed Joe Biden on several issues, but it seemed like everyone in the room agreed on Biden's utterly failed border policy. Check it out, and then I'll give you my thoughts.
There was an actual big story in the news this week about immigration, and I want to get to that, because I think if Biden loses this election, it's going to be because of two things. He's old, and he can't get past that issue, and people just hate that about him. And immigration. I mean, just on a political level.
That's not entirely accurate.
Also, he lies constantly, showered with his 12-year-old daughter, sniffs little children. He rigged the 2020 election with the help of Anthony Blinken, using fraudulent documents compiled with the lies of 51 intelligence experts so they could justify suppressing news about his son's laptop as Russian disinformation.
Straight to jail.
Something they're currently trying to imprison his opponent on just before an election.
That is completely different.
Or how about high inflation and the fact that nobody can afford anything? See, this is what I mean when I talk about Bill Maher sometimes getting things right and then going completely off the rails and saying things that we know are bullshit.
I don't think they could have handled it worse. Because now what's going on, if you didn't see the news this week, okay, here's what Biden's doing. He's finally, after saying he couldn't do anything, he's going to issue an executive order. By the way, this is the same executive order Trump tried to get through the courts, and they didn't let him do it. But he's going to finally try it 6 months before the election, which says we will put a cap of 2,500 now asylum seekers coming in. If it passes 2,500, if it's 2,501, then we automatically close the border. Fire marshal says, no more. He's going to come here and close the club. And if you don't have a stamp on your hand, you can't get back in. Okay. But when it goes down to 1,500, then we resume standard asylum procedures. It's like surge pricing with Uber. It's a bizarre scheme that, of course, has pleased nobody. It looks like a last minute, it looks like he did nothing. And of course, he did try through Congress, and the Republicans purposely spiked that football. They didn't want this bill because they wanted it as an issue. So they could have fixed it themselves. They didn't.
Nonsense, poopy pants! Okay, I have to respond to this because I'd love to ask Bill Maher and other Democrats why exactly they think Republicans should somehow bail them out from a problem they created. I can't in a million years believe that they would ever expect Democrats to bail the Republicans out, especially before an election. The fact is, Trump did have a plan going to keep all these people in Mexico while their asylum cases were heard, and it really helped things at the border. Joe Biden ran on reversing all of that, which he did his first day in office.
He removed the stain on his reputation.
With the stroke of his pen on Tuesday, President Joe Biden began the difficult process of rolling back some of former President Donald Trump's most controversial immigration policies.
There's a lot of talk, with good reason, about the number of executive orders that I have signed. I'm not making new law. I'm eliminating bad policy.
The greatest sources of our pride as a nation is our tradition as a country of refuge. On February 19th, we will begin to process individuals and consider their asylum claims.
Beginning on February 19th, the Department of Homeland Security will take steps to begin processing individuals who, under the previous administration, have been forced to remain in Mexico.
But now it looks like this is his last minute before the election Hail Mary pass, and it's not going to succeed.
That's right, yeah.
It's not even a Hail Mary pass, though. Yeah. Hail Mary pass, the guy might catch it, right? Doug Flutie did it that one time.
Since January 2021, when Biden took office, more than 9 million migrants have entered. That's more than the number of people who live in Nicaragua. Wow. He let in all of Nicaragua, equivalent.
Yeah,
and like, the question that Democrats don't seem to be able to have the balls to answer is just, how many is too many? Right. And like, Infinity is the answer. If you don't give that answer, you're a racist. That's their essential problem with this issue.
Yeah, I read an article about this that really stuck with me. I think it was in Yuma, Arizona, where the hospitals were so overrun that American sick people could not use the hospitals. Okay, we have school children who can't get into their schools. This is a problem. It's chaos. And Biden campaigned on reversing Trump's policy on the border. He reversed it, and now he's stuck with the consequences.
Yes, goddammit! Yes!
Look, the fact of the matter is we have a very long paper trail of the Democrats and Joe Biden himself being very open about the fact they want to inundate this country with illegal immigration. No doubt they believe that they're going to turn a majority of these people into Democrat voters, thereby achieving their permanent one-party state. It's funny watching Bill Maher slowly get to this point where he's now asking, how many people are you going to let into this country? But he will probably never get to the point where he lets himself realize that they are legitimately trying to replace the voter base. What do you all think? Let me know in the comments, and if you're still here, might as well hit that like button and subscribe. I do post on a regular basis. I know that lately there hasn't been that much, but that's because all my kids are home on summer vacation, and the grandparents that usually help me were gone for a week. So this past week was crazy. But I do normally post on a regular basis, whether it be long form or short videos. Make sure to keep checking back for more. I also have a Patreon and a PayPal, which you can find the links for in the description and pinned comment if you'd like to support this channel. Thanks a lot.